guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I have a really special friend of mine, and that is
Jasleen Sambi.
okay. So just for this video I requested her to join me because she is one of those people who have so much wisdom, so much knowledge about energies, about frequency, about how to attract better, about how to manifest. And whenever anything comes about life, like the topic about life or anything, she is one of those people upon which I rely for advices. So you know what, let's make the best out of it and ask her like million and zillions of questions. So are you ready today?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Okay, so just a backstory, like what kind of person are you? Are you an introvert, an extrovert, or like just some basic things about you that you'd like to share?
I think firstly I'm very spiritual. I rely heavily on energy, being positive, not like imposing positivity, forceful positivity, but being positive, being connected to my soul, and leading my life spiritually. Like I am very religious at the same time, but I lead my life very spiritually. I follow my spirit, my wisdom, and I change my beliefs time to time so that I can quantum jumps into the realities and timelines that I really feel attracted to. Sorry.
Just by the way Jasleen spoke few lines, you might have understood like what this video is all about. We're going to talk about manifestation, we're going to talk about energies, we're going to talk about spirituality, and I think this is a topic which is not being talked about as much as it should be. So Jasleen, it's, I guess you're in your early 20s, yet
Yeah.
still you're a really spiritual person, and I guess that's the reason why we became friends.
Yeah.
To
So
be
true.
honest, there were like not a single chance that we would have end up being friends.
Exactly.
But the fact that there was some divine timing, or I don't know, divine connection, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something happened, something clicked, and here we are today. So I guess in person, it's our third meet, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still we have been talking since like past like 8-9 months, and the connection and the energy and the positivity
It's
I
divine.
felt,
To be honest,
Yeah.
that's divine.
and I think we have been pouring to each other's cup like so much, which is not explainable.
And
Okay.
not feeling empty.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. So upon that, I want to ask, like, the first question is like, how did you come to this concept of spirituality? Because this isn't something which is taught.
Yeah. Okay, so I was such a religious person since my childhood because the environment in my family was very religious. I follow Sikhism since my childhood, and everyone in my home believes in Sikhism a lot. But since few years, past 3 years, I have been leading my life spiritually, not religiously. So religion is something that when you idolize a god and rely on them for all your beliefs and lead your life according to them. But spiritually, when we lead our life, it's based on our beliefs, on our spirit, on our mind, on our based on our intentions, instincts, and intuition. We use our own intuition. When we pray to the God, we say, please God, just do this thing for us. We'll be very grateful, we'll be very thankful to you. Please do this, we won't do that again, or something like that. But when we lead our life spiritually, when we want to take a decision, when we want to change our life, we just make a statement. Okay, now I am not allowing such people in my life. Now I am changing my reality for my own good, and boom, we quantum jumped. I have this belief.
So when, like you told, like 3 years back, till 3
Yeah.
years you were a really religious person, and then you came to a realization, and then you switched and started being spiritual. So
Yeah.
where did you get that knowledge? Because there is not much knowledge or books about spirituality, or what difference there is between religion and spirituality. So like, from where did you get these thoughts? Was it some particular person, or your own self, or some novel, or what?
I think spirituality for me doesn't come from books or people or my mom, dad, from the environment. I feel like that came by following my own intuition. believing my beliefs, creating beliefs that will lead me to higher realms, higher vibrations.
So basically you want to mean to say is that there wasn't a particular incident or situation that led to you choosing this path, right? But in my case, I feel the reason why I became a more religious and spiritual person was that I hit the rock bottom. Like emotionally, certain things happened in my life, and I felt as if, like, you know what, nothing really belongs to me. I
Yeah.
felt so hopeless, and then I started watching videos about motivational videos, and then suddenly I came across spirituality, and I think all those things were connecting the dots.
Yeah. Okay, for me, I feel like following my intuition since so many years, because I believe in my in the path of my spirit. I walk on the path of my spirit, the path that my spirit wants to lead, not that the people impose on me or the environment wants me to follow it. But I believe that following my intuition since so many years now, I started connecting dots the way you said. Everything started connecting, and then you followed this path, right? So for me, I followed my intuition, everything started connecting, and then now I'm here. I know I can do anything to change this world.
Though, so a personal question is that how do you categorize that the thought that I'm having, it's my instincts or is it my ego speaking? Because sometimes we have this wishful thinking that maybe I want this person, maybe I want this thing, I want this opportunity, and then we say, you know what, I'm having this intuition that this belongs to me. So how do you categorize? Is there a way out, or it's just a work in process thing for you?
That's a way out. I'll tell you. Yesterday, my friend was having a bad day, and she had a fight with his boyfriend or whatever. she just said, my ego is speaking that she won't talk to him anymore. But me, I think like as if I've mastered the ego and the intuition thing. For me, when I heard that, I was like, if that would have happened to me, I would have said that that's on him. That's his insecurities, his problems that he's imposing on that girl, right? The ego says, okay, I will do what's good for me. The ego says everything about self. But the intuition and the higher self is always calm, and it always speaks about being calm in every situation, not taking things personally, not feeling that it's happening to me, feeling that it's happening because it's meant for a higher reason, for a better reason. And if someone is doing you wrong, that's on them, not on you. You have to learn from that, but that's not for you. That's not on you.
But imagine, like, there is a situation where there is a lack of clarity. Maybe a relationship or friendship or situationship or whatever it is. Even in case of like job or opportunity, you are not certain if this thing is meant for me or not. So imagine, okay, there is this a career that you're trying to pursue. You have been putting so much hard work into it. Still, you're not seeing results. How will you be able to understand that this is something which my higher self needs, or is this an opportunity that the universe or God have kept for me? So is there any way out according to you?
According to me, whenever that happens, all that I do is, if okay, right now I have a break in my career, right? So things are not working, but I'm very calm, I'm very sorted. Whenever that happens, try something else. If angels, your God, your belief still pulls you back, you think, okay, I was just distracting, but the God pulled me back, I'm on the right path again. But once you pulled back and you never went back on that path was never meant for you.
Yeah, I feel the same.
That's what I feel.
I think you're talking about the theory of letting it go, maybe.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can say.
the thing that you explained, there's this theory that, you know what, if you're not sure if some person or something is not meant to be yours, just let it go. Just
Yeah.
let it be. And your subconscious mind think that, you know what, I'll let this thing go.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just pray to God that if this person, if this thing, if this friendship is meant to be, then get that opportunity right in front of me.
Exactly.
But we have to let go that thing once we have given our 100%, right?
Exactly.
Once we have put in the work, we have put in the efforts. Okay, moving towards the next question, that do you feel that we humans in general carry like different sort of energy, like positive and negative energy, or do you think there is no such thing like that?
Yeah, I feel like no, I feel humans don't carry negative or positive energies. They carry lower vibrations or higher vibrations.
Yeah.
For me, I believe that. If you're vibrating low, you will obviously attract negative emotions. Vibrations are not negative or positive, emotions are, feelings are. But your vibrations can be low or high. When we are when we are vibrating on low vibrations, we attract negative opportunities, negative people, negative emotions. When we feel everything like that, we consider those people as if they are the negative ones. They are negative people. They don't talk nicely, they don't feel nice, they don't make people feel nice. I think that's all that I have to say about it.
Yeah, this makes so much sense, and I feel that toxic people and like negative or like insecure people, they come to each and every person, and it is us who let them be in our life, or we choose to let them go and slide away.
I think toxic and negative people are just those that are radiating on lower vibrations.
Yeah.
They're not bad people. You know, after learning the concept of ego and intuition and spirit, I have just got to understand that they are just normal people. They can be vibrating at high frequency, they can be positive, they have the option to be positive, but they're not. They want to be toxic, they want to have negative emotions for people around them. It's simple as that.
So imagine you have this friend of yours who was really close to you, but recently you feel that person is behaving like in a certain way that has like low frequency. You tried to explain to her to help her out, but she has this victim mindset, or that person has this victim mindset, and they're not ready to let them go. So what will be your take? Will you stick by her side, or will you choose to maintain a distance? Because I feel someone else's energy affects us as well. If we are surrounding ourselves with high value people, we become one of them. So what is your take on this?
Happened a lot of times with me, because one thing that I do is I try to take them out of it. I try my best to take them out of it. Maybe it can take me 1 year, 2 years, I will take them out of it. But once they start backfiring it on me, they start imposing that negativity on me, shit about me, I just pull back. I let them learn their karma, learn their ways to live life. I let them learn, because that's theirs, not mine. I was trying hard to take them out. Person is here, and the other person is vibrating here. It's very difficult to take a person from here to this, because when you are this, you were low sometime. You were also radiating on a low vibration sometime. You learn so many things to reach here. But when you take someone here, you want to take someone here, it takes a lot of effort. But when a low vibration person wants to pull you back down, it takes 1 second. It's your call. It's your call to choose when you want to leave. I think it should be your call to leave that person as they are. Let them learn all the steps to reach there. If that person is really meant for you, when they will come here, they will reach out to you. They will start talking to you again. That's on them.
And I feel
this.
I totally agree with this, and I feel there are certain lessons that a person needs to learn.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we come in between, trying to save them, trying to pull out of their misery, we are coming between God and His teachings.
Exactly.
because I've seen people who were, I don't categorize them as bad, but I feel some people are evil because of the way they behave. So when I was trying to help that person out, I myself fell on their level.
Exactly.
The thing you said, it's so amazing that it's so hard to pull a person to here,
Yeah.
and it's significantly easy for the other person to pull you down.
Exactly. Exactly.
So in my case, I try, like I put in the effort according to the relationship I have with that person, but then I just let that person be, because I feel there are certain lessons that this person needs to learn.
Exactly. So
And I
true.
think some people don't learn the easy way.
Because I don't think that we can make them learn the lessons that we learned to reach there.
Yeah.
Right? Because there were so many breakdowns, so many breakthroughs, so many opportunities, so many fallouts. We faced so many things. Yeah. So because the if we see that the grid is never like that, it's always like that, right?
Yeah.
So we fall, we rise.
Jaslina, I strongly feel that people who are insecure and who are not confident in their own being, it doesn't matter if they're pretty, they're educated, or whatever the thing is, but people who are generally like insecure in their own self, they vibrate on a lower frequency. This is like my take on this. And I feel that's the major reason why, like, after a certain period of time, I start detaching from people. And sometimes a third person viewpoint is that, oh my god, she is not ready to be in long-term friendships. But I think I really appreciate and acknowledge the concept of that we outgrow people. I feel that whenever I say any person that, you know what, I am spiritually inclined, whenever such topic comes, or that I believe in all of these concepts, they think of me as a very soft person or a very forgiving person, a person who never lets things go and who tries to see goodness in everything. But I feel they're like, this is not true. I think a person who is spiritual, that person is like so strong in terms of their mind. That person like literally fights every day with their own inner demons. Because sometimes I get this feeling that, you know what, that I really want this person, I really want this friend in my life, but back of the mind I know that this person, maybe it's their insecurity, maybe it's their circumstance, but they don't bring out the best in me. So I think that I have to let that person go,
Yeah.
because if I want to become the higher version of myself. But then the theory which is idealizes it is that a person who is spiritual has to be forgiving. So what is your take on this?
I don't think so that the person who is spiritual has to be forgiving, because you know, a person who is spiritual, that person has came out of a lot of shit, right? They have outgrown so much that a point where they were completely alone, but they were okay with it, right? For me, I am someone, if you're, you know, sweeter than my solitude, I'll take you or I'll leave you, right? And if a person does wrong to me, I start feeling energetically firstly, and then I start feeling it by their actions. And the once they start acting in a way, I cut them off. That's simple. I say it to their face and I cut off, because I believe in honesty. I speak the truth. I believe in self-integrity. I am honest to myself and to other person. I want to make it clear, okay, this was your line, you crossed it, now you're out, I'm out, you your ways and I'm my ways, right? And when a person just imposes their insecurity on you, that's on them.
Spirituality comes with a lot of goodbyes.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
true.
think there are so many versions of me that exist in other people's mind.
Exactly.
There are days when I feel that, you know what, maybe it's me faking. Yeah, there was a time in my life that I was not ready to confront with my old connections, because I thought that they will meet me and they'll be like, you know what? Yeah, they'll be like, you're not the same person.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? Like, are you trying to fake yourself? But no, I understood that sometimes we outgrow our own selves as well.
We experienced this, right?
Yeah.
Where we wanted to go to an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
remember? We wanted to go to an school event, but we didn't go there. Everyone, our classmates, everyone went there, but we didn't go just because we outgrew so much.
And
We're, you know,
I'm sorry, I'm just cutting between. But the thing is, I feel that sometimes they say you have to confront your fears. But I think sometimes we can just let things be.
no, I feel like when we're spiritually aligned, when we're aligned, literally aligned, the thing you talked about, inner demons,
Yeah.
they're not our demons, you know. If we talk about it, if we think about it, when we understand ourselves, when we understand our spirits, when we start understanding our emotions, where and why things led us this way, we understand inner demons. There's no such word as inner demon. That's our emotion that was underlying our subconscious and taking a big place in our heart, making things really big. They weren't that big in reality. So I feel like there is no such thing as inner demons.
Okay, so yeah, I agree with you that there is no such thing as inner demons. They're just emotions that are not dealt with,
Yeah, exactly.
and that thing haunts us.
Exactly. When we start dealing with them, when we become vulnerable to the point where we love ourselves completely, we face them, right? We start facing them. We don't leave it like that. We don't, push it aside. We just face them, and when we face them, we get to know, okay, this was the problem. Now I know, and then your reality changes, people change, everything change.
Yeah, and I feel that being spiritual, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's a journey, and I think sometimes there are so many these stereotypes that people have in their minds about spiritual people, and sometimes we try to fit in. I have been doing stuff which I really didn't wanted to do, just because of the fact that I wanted to prove people that, you know what, I am the nice one, that no, I am on this path, no, I'm religious. But I think letting go of the thought about what people think of you and focusing on what truly is important to you and significance to you is more important.
Exactly.
Moving towards a next question, like, is the topic spirituality and all these things have altered the kind of friendships that you have right now as compared to like your previous years?
Yes, so much, because when I was 4 years back, my friend circle was mix of people, you know.
Yeah.
Some were spiritual, some were alcoholics, some were party you know.
Yeah.
They just wanted to party all day all night. Some were very creative, but
You were open to all kinds of people.
yeah, because I had no I didn't have the concept of keeping my energy sacred. I knew at that time too that I'm very precious, I'm very different from all, but I just didn't have the direction, right? So when I understood things about myself, when I started being lonely, I started to understand that I only need to connect with people who really respect me firstly, who really love me, because I love myself, I value myself a lot. I am on the top for me. For me, I am my first priority. When I changed my perspective for my own self, my friends changed. Everyone right now in my life is just are the people who love me for who I am, respect me, care for me genuinely, and they are spiritual themselves, and also they're religious themselves, and they're not party junkers, they're not alcoholic, they're not into fights and all. They're just calm, loving people, and I love that about myself. When you believe that your energy is sacred, you believe that you are the most respectable person in your eyes, everything changes.
And I feel that even like generally in life, if you want to know what kind of a person a human being is, just look at their friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Firstly, like previously in my earlier years, I had like different kinds of people. Like my friends, they were totally different from the person who I was.
Yeah.
But at that time, so I had this mindset, you know what, like your social circle does not define you. But even not even it's not just about spirituality, but even in general, I feel like in some or the other way, our friends group, our surroundings alter us.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how strong minded you are, it doesn't matter how many boundaries you have, our environment influences us in such a way. Even if I talk about like our communication skills, we were just talking about this, like
Yeah.
when we were in our school days, like we used to speak English and we were so fluent. And right now, the university where I'm studying in, we are studying at, over there, we majority of the students speak their mother language.
Exactly.
Justified. But we have seen the difference in our tone, the difference in our
Exactly,
pronunciation.
yeah.
So if
Just
you're-
because of our environment.
yeah, so if our environment is influencing the way we speak, imagine how much impact
Energy,
it would
yeah.
have been having on our mind, on our energies.
Exactly.
And I feel there are certain people who get influenced by others more than like a normal person. Because if I talk about myself, it doesn't matter how toxic the group is or how toxic the energy is, because I believe in evil eye, I believe in negative energies. Personally, I believe in all those things. So
I
think,
don't believe in that.
yeah. So you can just see that like both of us
We
are
are
on
contrasting in our
Yeah.
beliefs and all.
yeah.
I believe there is no evil energy.
Yeah.
I believe the way that I believe there is no negative, that's just low vibration and high vibration. The same way I believe there's no evil eye and nothing like that, because that's our belief.
Yeah.
If we let the negative energy, negative beliefs, negative emotions of people to enter in our mind, in our field of energy, we're just making us we're just making ourselves sensitive to that, right? I believe that there's no negative energy or positive energy. I just believe that there are low vibrations, high vibrations. The same way I believe that there's no evil energy. We are the ones that make our energy
Our frequency.
our frequency and our energy field sensitive to negative emotions. We have to keep ourselves strong. We have to maintain that boundary, that whenever a negative energy is when a person is imposing their negativity on us, their low vibration on us, they're trying to enter our field, we just keep a boundary and that never enters us.
With this, I'm just gonna end this video on this conclusion that, you know what, even right now we are two people who are finding their way out in terms of spirituality, in terms of religion. We have not declared ourselves as the advisors.
Yeah, because
But
we are ever growing.
Yeah.
Humans are ever growing. Our souls are ever growing, and we are always learning.
yeah, but for a fact, we both know that the path that we have, it might look different, but the end goal, our end destination is same. Right now, if we talk about evil eye, if we talk about negative energy, if we talk about frequency, they are like each person have their own different journeys.
Yeah.
Maybe she knows few layers of me, but
Exactly.
beneath that there's so many layers, because I have encountered so many experiences which altered my thinking. Same goes with her. So in that way, I cannot say she is right or I am wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why I think when some sensitive topics such as spirituality comes, we need to keep an open mind. And I think that it is so easy to blame it on people, to make a person question that their level of spirituality, because I have been mocked upon.
Exactly. So true.
Just because of the fact that I'm a spiritual person, just because of the fact that I like to see goodness in people, it does not mean I'm weak. It does not mean I'm going to take bullshit from people.
Yeah. So true.
Even I am always going to be a work in progress. Because if I'm brought down on this planet, I think we are here to evolve, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think it is so important to understand that we need to see other people's intention. I for a fact know that she has the best intentions towards me, and she is pouring into my cup. The knowledge which I'm getting, maybe no other person, no other book can give me.
Exactly.
Because sometimes the message is same, it's just the way how it is delivered. Maybe I resonate with her more. So I really hope this video was useful. So for more such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.